Welcome back to the channel. Mopar Man 1978 here. Here on a day off. After several days of working straight, I'm out here working on the third member, getting it prepped so I can sandblast the front half of it. So let's take a look and see what I got done so far. Okay, so I'm using heavy duty shopping bags, not the really thin ones like from Walmart or whatever. I got most of the third member cleaned up, and then what I did was I went over the gasket surfaces. It was going to need to be cleaned up anyway. It was too, after I got it cleaned up, it was too slick, so I used the rough grit orbital DA paper, went over the whole surface all the way around, and then went back through with a clean microfiber cloth and wiped every inch around of the gasket surface down, and then I went back over with another clean area and re-wiped it down again and let it dry for about 5-10 minutes. And then I'm using this T-Rex ferociously strong tape, duct tape, and what I'm doing is ripping off long sections and then ripping them in small pieces, and I don't know if you can see that, laying them in there, overlapping them, and working my way all the way around. And then what I do is, once I get about 3 pieces, I roll the bag in on itself, fold the pieces in, and then bring the bag down over the top so it seals it up. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to look for some open spots like this one right here, and I'm going to put a piece of duct tape over that. And I'm going to double bag it. I'm going to go ahead and go over this again, and then I'm going to run tape all the way around the outside of this bag onto this bag as a reinforcement, so the little bits of sand don't try to penetrate the bag. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sandblast the lip all the way around the outside here, and then I'm going to get down all around the rest of the body. And then when I get down here, I'm going to use a piece of tape to deflect the sand from getting down in between the steel plate, this ring, and getting down in between that and the housing. And I'm going to leave this alone because I don't want to paint that. If I do, it'd be sometime after I get it in the car, and I'll scrub it and use some gasoline to get all the excess crud off of it, and then some carbon choke cleaner, and then prime it and paint them anyway. So let's also, I got the Felpro Mopar 8 3/4 gasket for anybody that's needing the part number. I got this from O'Reilly's. They had to order it. 017-3026-4 RDS 6583 7 1/4, says Chrysler product V8, 7 1/4 and 8 3/4 diameter, 61 to 83. Dodge truck, 8 3/4 diameter, 1957 to 1977. Anyway, and then here is the Precision 3-year warranty from O'Reilly's inner axle shaft seals. And that's 8695S replacement NAT, and it just repeats the number. Anyway, I got that. I have to go with a little bit longer shackle bolts than the ones I had on there before. And then I got, because I wanted to run grade 8 anti-rust lock washer, or yeah, lock nuts. And then I got all the grade 8 non-rust up bolts for the 10 bolts for the third member, and 5 bolts for each side for the backing plates. And then I just got to I'm going to be using this right here as a donor part. It's a pump up lever for hydraulic press or floor jack. This is what's going to be going in between the new polyurethane bushings and the new leaf spring bolts to fill the gap. And then I'm going to put some dielectric grease, but silicone grease. But anyway, bear with me, and because I got to finish this up, and then when I come back I'm going to get it ready for sandblasting. Then I'm going to sandblast it, and then when you see it again, it's going to be down in the shop over there, getting ready to be set up in the vise or whatever and painted. Okay, so we're back. Took me a little bit. I want to make sure I got every one of these little nooks and crannies covered up. But as you can see, it's double bagged, it's sealed, there's no holes. And I'm not going to really focus on shooting sand here, just down here at an angle. I'm trying to do it mostly this way, work my way around. This is just for stuff that overspray or stuff that happens to collect. But it's all sealed up, and they're not going to get through the bolt holes here and that sort of thing. I just have to be real careful when I'm moving it around inside the blasting cabinet. But here's Fastenal wanted like 80 some cents a piece for each one of these little grade 8 anti-rust fine thread, what was it, 3/8 24 fine thread bolts. Ours was like 40 or 50 cents a piece. Or at Menards, got flat washers, all that. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna, when I come back, you'll be seeing this sitting inside the blasting cabinet. And let's get this thing knocked out for the day, and then get started on the next video. Will be me finishing up the rear end, getting it all bolted up, that sort of thing. It's all mocked up underneath there, as you can see in the last video. This is for all the newbies in there. So yeah, I just put to keep the bugs and everything out. Put the rags on both ends and stuffed a bunch of old t-shirts that's got holes and stuff, ripped them in the front half to keep any mice or anything out from getting into the front, if it's only been about a day or two. So anyway, come back. Okay, well, here it is. It's in the vise that's mounted into the ground real deep, and then to stabilize it, to make sure I got it in there tight, but just to make sure it doesn't come sliding loose sideways, I got it rigged up to the heavy duty overhead beam. But anyway, there it is. And now I'm going to go ahead and paint it. When I come back, I'm going to go ahead and paint it. So, okay, so sorry for the background noise. Put the old light on here. As you can see, it's all been painted using this, but ultra silver. Kind of give it that aluminum look. I like this. It looks better like this than it does just plain old black. Gives a custom touch, even though it's not billet aluminum or whatever, cast aluminum, but something else to clean it up. $4.89. But anyway, this is going to have to dry for the day. I'm going to probably give it a couple hours with this fan blowing. That's what's making all the noise there in the shop. This is my dad's shop, so there we go. I think it's like an 8x8 shed, sheet metal shed that he tore down. Somebody wanted to get rid of it, and he put it up on the over here on their property. So, but anyway, got this all clean. It was a success. No grit from sandblasting got down in there at all. So anyway, until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video, and next time I'll be showing you that the rear suspension is all done up and ready to go for the, what is it, the brake spring kit and brake pads, stuff like that. Till next time, signing off.